misfit. My opportunity was knocking and I missed.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now here's Williams.
Who's watching him?
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Here's Giddey. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He takes it in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
Here's Giddey. Here's McGee. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Brown. That one goes. Count it.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Pass to Pokusevski. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. McGee. And stolen by Tatum. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Buries it from three-point range.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Pass to McGee. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Pass to Giddey. And it's McGee atop the key. It's hauled in by Brown. Right side Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
How about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Now here is McGee. Stolen by Smart. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Brogdon outside. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Right side, Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Now let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mark Dagnall. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I asked him which part of their offensive scheme they feel confident in, and he said, no surprise, outside shooting. He told me our guys can flat out kill it from deep, so we're going to try to get that dialed up early on. We will see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. And here is Holmgren. After for Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. He can't get it to go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Showing off. His pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. In here for the Thunder. Thunder trailing by 8. You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past, a few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Thunder foul. Trey Manning. First personal foul. First team foul.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. The Celtics working the ball around now.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics. And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And it's good for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Brown. Takes it inside. Can't cash in from close range. Thunder trailing by 8. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Count it.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. It's deflected. Here's Mann. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pass to Brown, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Giddy, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. Derek White was only 6 feet in high school. No D1 schools even offered a scholarship.
Derek ended up at a D2 school, but White had a major growth spurt up to 6'4". Transfers to a D1 school. The Spurs take him late in the first. What a crazy path to the league.
Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Giddy with it. Williams picks him up. McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to White. Here's Pritchard. The kick out to Williams. Tries again. And it's blocked. They get it back. And it's Brown missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. The screen from Brown. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Brown's got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. McGee trying to break free. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. From deep. Kuszewski grabs the miss. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And here is Giddey. 5 points in the game. Williams with the block. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution for your Thunder.
So it's the Celtics now. They've led by as much as 10. And the dunk by Brown.
Moses Brown.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's White. That one good for 2. And the Celtics lead by 9.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Count that one.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Holmgren. To end the run, it's hauled in by Brown. Outside, White. To the inside. Gallinari outside. Back to Brown. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 1:19 left to play here in the half.
A unique type of player. Chet with great length and skill. But the keys to reaching his potential will be durability and improving his strength.
Here's Holmgren. He makes that one drop, only his second in 5 tries.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Here's White. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 9 points.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
That shot misses. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Pass to Williams. Out to Gallinari. Back to Williams. There's 25 seconds left here in the second. Off target with his 3. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
White drives in. The kick out to Williams. At the elbow, it's Brown. That will count. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Been fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without fouling.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics lead by 5. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Thunder trailing by 5. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Jason Tatum. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
Now Tatum. Going inside. McGee with the block. And they get it back.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Pass to Giddey. Dort with the ball. And taken away by Brown. Left side Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown feeling out a bit. Back to Tatum. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Shot clock at 6. Here's Giddey. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. It uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's Tatum. The shot that time, not on target. Excellent D that time there from McGee. This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
And they'll keep possession. Smart with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively. Shot's good by Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Pass to Newman. And he makes good on the layup. Newman's got his first bucket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Impressive ball handling from Tatum. Attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Giddey with it. He's got 5. And Tatum pulls it down. Brown outside. And he drives in.
Say it with your chest, young fella. Jaylen Brown with the strong finish.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. It's a 10-point game. And it's Giddey in the corner. It's good. Giddey's got 7 points.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Tatum down low. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
McGee a screen to the middle. A crossover. Just 5 on the clock. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. And they get it back. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And, well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon, maybe the smartest guy in the NBA.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't connect from short range.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
There's Williams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Jason Tatum. Second personal foul.
The Thunder have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
At the line for your Oklahoma.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for 2.
That one misses. Here's Boston now. They're on a 19-6 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They get it again. It's good. Brown's got 8 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Elbow shot is on the way. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Celtics up 19.
51.
And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Celtics leading by 19. Here's Pritchard. That's tipped.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Oklahoma City on D.
Thunder foul. Trey Man.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics? And that one falls for White. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Here's Man. Now, here's Holmgren. Shoots over Brown, and he can't bank that one in. Over in the corner, White. Outside Williams. Back to White. Shot clock at 5. Driving the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Holmgren. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
And he sinks the second. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Gallinari is screened. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cut. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie. But, Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hand.
Holmgren with it. Williams picks him up. And the foul called on Grant Williams. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Thunder making a switch here. Rodic. A second chance effort. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Here's Giddey. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over White.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
And Williams, here we go. And they'll get another chance. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
13 foul. At the line for the Celtics.
He misses the free throw.
Grant Williams. At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Williams. That one a little long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
First personal foul.
That one is off. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Now Williams. Inside. Rodic. Nice D from Williams. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. And here's Gallinari outside. Boston. No good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Williams. Now Giddey. Back to Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
To end the drought. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
No good on the free throw. So both teams making some changes here. So he comes up empty at the line. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him. That was a courageous drive by Brown. He knows the defense is right there, and he's like, yeah.
And how about Jaylen Brown, part of that young core for the Celtics?
Yeah, he's been through a lot with this young group of guys. They've grown together, they've come in together, and they've gotten better together. And you've seen the production of Brown increase because of it.
By himself, hammers it home to polish off the break.
Outstanding D from Tatum. It led to the break.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. One of the biggest changes in the NBA since I started broadcasting back in the early 80s, player movement, Richard. Guys switching teams all the time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the NBA?
I think for players, it's great because you have more mobility. You have a chance to change your environment and revitalize you. For the fans, I understand. Probably not so much because really they connect to these players, especially when you draft them or they're a part of an epic year or a championship. You just hate to see those players go. So there's two sides to it.
And I bet as a player, knowing you as I do, you probably enjoy the challenge of trying to reassert yourself, find out where you could best help your new team.
Yes, and you enjoy your new role. I've been in roles where I was expected to be a leading scorer. I've also been in a role where I was expected to mentor Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes. All those guys were drafted at my time in Golden State. Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
At the line for 2.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jason Tatum.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And the basket by Tatum.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Oh, smart.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel like